Can you explain for the listeners the difference between full spectrum for CBD?
Oh, I got you. Okay,
because I think
so
people
full
need to understand
spectrum,
that. And
broad spectrum,
yeah.
and isolate are all different things. So isolate has no terpenes whatsoever. Isolate is just CBD. How do we do this? Because full spectrum has THC. It has a small percentage of THC in it, and then broad spectrum has no THC but terpenes. So it slowly progresses. It goes from CBD, then CBD with terpenes, and CBD with terpenes, and a little bit of THC.
Yeah.
Under
Just a little bit.
the legal amount. You know, the
0.03. Yeah.
So if you have a product that's 0.03 and I take, say a few 100 pounds of it, which are legal because it's under 0.03, and I extract that 0.03, I can pull that 0.03 and make,
enough
liters of THC, but it's from a legal product. So how do we, because even our products, like we're allowed to sell hemp products, but we're not allowed to sell CBD products. They have to be from hemp because hemp is legal, but they haven't legalized CBD, which is inside of hemp yet.
So confusing.
They make it very
because
confusing.
They don't know. They can't get an A+ because they're not learned enough.
It doesn't help that it's so brand new.
You don't have a good professor.
Any other industry, you have 50, 60 years of research and background. We have 5, 6 maybe here in Nevada of real research or like legal stuff. And
count on Israel.
Yeah, which they're so far ahead of the game.
I know. That's a whole nother conversation.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh, yes. When I meet their scientists, like they blow me out of the water.
Dr. Mishulin, wouldn't that be cool to meet him?
They blow me. Even Howard Rubin, who owns Hope Facility.
Let's put a pin in Howard. Gotta put a pin in because I love him so much.
I was his chemist.
I don't want to put a pin in him like like.
That was the first company I worked for when I moved to.
I love his products. Definite pin on that.
Yes.
In fact, could I invite you guys to come back for a part 2 of this because
yes.
Yeah, we're going to be out of time here in just a few minutes. So I'd like to get complete on Cannalean. All things Cannalean, and then I want to dive into some other things on the second episode, please.
Sounds good.
Let's recap. We covered full spectrum. No, we actually didn't. So the full spectrum is good.
So full spectrum is going to have a little bit of THC.
And why is that important?
Because THC actually activates CBD. CBD by itself is not as I believe only 62% of it activates without THC.
Okay.
When you use THC, you actually get the full activation of the CBD.
You just need a little bit of bump.
But a tiny bit. It's not even you don't even need the 0.03. Honestly, you could use a.
Why is it? That's just so interesting how just a little bit makes them work better together.
Well, it's just weird how they come up with these numbers like 0.03. Like they just make it up. Like
everything is made up. Do you know that everything is made up?
I know.
It's all story.
It's amazing.
This whole world is made up because we just making it up as we go.
Atoms and protons, neutrons hanging around. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. Like my favorite books, Steal Like an Artist. Like everything started from somewhere. You're not creating anything new. You're just recreating the same.
That's
stuff.
it. We're just
moving atoms around.
That's right. We're just moving atoms around.
That's it.
I love it. Okay, and how many shops are you in?
Currently 34.
Congrats.
Thank you. That's almost half.
As a wholesale hustler myself, I can appreciate the grind.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And where do you guys made? Where's your shop?
So I'm currently licensed under the Paiute tribe, right off of Maine and Washington.
The Paiute. I love working with the tribe.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
Yeah,
they're absolutely amazing.
A new shop just opened, 3 Nations, up in the northern market.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
2 tribal. Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me.
2 locations.
Which I think it's great for the tribals to open up because
keep going.
Their money goes back to them.
That's right.
Which like
so sovereign. It's a nation within a nation.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, for more information, where can people find Cannalean?
You can find Cannalean at CannaleanSyrup.com.
Okay.
Or if you're looking for the Instagram or social media page, you can find it at Cannalean Syrup.
Got it.
Or if you want to follow me,
I was going to say they might want to tap into your organic
chemistry knowledge. You can follow me and
knowledge.
check out all my nerdy stuff. You can follow me at 10THE Rasta. That's 10 the Rasta.
Oh, we're going to talk about Rastas. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in the next episode.
We have a lot of stuff, yeah.
Kenny, is there anything else you want to add about your experience with Cannalean? And
Cannalean is a phenomenal product. I can't tell you how much it's changed my life on sleeping. Especially, I just went back to school at UNLV 2 years ago, graduated with my bachelor's, now I'm in the master's program.
Okay.
And just to being up, taking Adderall, doing the work, the Cannalean product is by far the best product if you want to get a good night's sleep. So I'm a big fan of it, and I support it a lot. I can't tell you how much that's what got me on board.
I love that. And just so that listeners are not confused, like, I don't need help with sleep. I don't want it. We don't want to pigeonhole it. So can you?
So our CBDs are amazing for anti-inflammatory if you're ever in pain.
CBD one only, okay.
Okay, so most people don't understand that THC is for your mental being, for your mental well-being, making yourself mentally feel better. Like if THC helps you go to sleep, it's only because it got you dizzy
in the
enough
brain.
or high enough that you went to sleep.
Sure.
CBD actually helps you sleep. It actually helps you stay asleep as well too.
Okay.
It literally helps with anti-inflammatory, like better than any ibuprofen you can take.
Okay.
50 milligrams of CBD is
Yep.
the best anti-inflammatory you can take.
Yep.
And also helps with stress. You don't realize how important, like, the world we live in, everybody went through COVID. We all went through the same
That's right.
quarantine lockdown, and we're all stressed the hell out.
Mm.
We've all been through some stuff. And you don't realize how much that stress
We are stressed
we
out.
are. We are. And we don't realize how much that builds up throughout the rest of your life. Like how many things are impacted by that little bit of stress, that little bit of less sleep you got, a little bit of less food you ate, just everything impacted by it. So it's an overall well-being product. And the fact that if you ever want to try it, you want to try a healthy version of it that's going to be sugar-free, vegan, plant-based. It's going to cover all of your dietary products.
I just want to get some, keep it in the car and like lick it from time to time. Like just put my pinky in there and just rub it on my gums.
Oh,
just,
yeah. I keep some in my truck.
you know.
So I formatted it for the Las Vegas summer. So it doesn't need to be refrigerated. You can keep that in your car. It gets up to
Beautiful.
150 degrees. You can leave it wherever you want to.
Wow.
Wherever you want to.
I'm excited because I saw Jaybird. I met him when he was working at
That's my man right there.
where was he working? Regardless, he was a
Top
bartender.
notch.
Oh, I actually knew him before. Whatever.
Sahara Wellness.
That's it.
There it is.
And we kept meaning to be in touch. And then I saw him but then he's just like really pushing this stuff. I was like, bro, what are you doing? He's like really hustling it. And I when I saw the container right away, I put it together. I'm excited to try this. Legit.
And
Thank you,
shout out
guys.
to Jaybird, man. I
Jaybird
met
is-
him in
he's a good dude, man.
2018, and then I launched the company at the end of 2019. He literally was out there, helped sell the product. Like he's
When we in this business believe something, we get behind it,
Yep,
and there's no
100%.
stopping us.
Heck
Yeah. Mm.
Heck yeah.
Guys, thank you. We're going to come back. So for those of you listening, this has been Cannalean with Kenny Cottrell and Chris Johnson, and this is a Black-owned business, and we're celebrating Black History Month, and we're always celebrating cannabis
That's right.
and
Very much.
organic chemistry and finance and science and
Why
art.
doesn't sound as sexy as organic chemistry?
You know what? It's just different, guys. It's just different.
I've never heard organic chemistry called sexy before, but I like that.
It kind
That
of
was
is
nice.
because it's so hard
That
and
was
it's kind of hot that you know how to do it.
Chem-
Okay.
chemistry.
That being said, for those of you listening, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Get Elevated with Gia. Please come back next week where we will have part 2 of cannabis and Cannalean. And for those of you listening, I always like to say, welcome to the future of cannabis. My name is Gia. I'll be your tour guide.